Next up, at UFC Kansas City, we have the co-main event of the evening. We have Anthony Smith taking on another young prospect in Mingyang Zhang. Anthony Smith, 37-21 in his career, 2-3 in his last 5. He's coming off that knockout loss to Dominic Reyes. He's taken on 18-6 Mingyang Zhang, who is 5-0 in his last 5, riding an 11-fight win streak. Anthony Smith is a guy we've broken down many times, probably too many times for his brain. He's got good hands, solid kicks, overall very good striker, tough as absolute shit. He also has very good jiu-jitsu. He's got submission wins over several ranked fighters still on the roster. He's insanely tough, arguably too tough for his own good because he's taken some sort of career-changing fights. He's at a weird point in his career where he's definitely past his prime, and he recognizes that. He's been pretty open about that in a lot of interviews, including on his podcast. But he still is a very good fighter. He obviously has the heart. So he's at a weird point where he's starting to do the commentating stuff. He's making some money doing that stuff. That's obviously his future. You can't fight forever, but he still has some fight left in him, and it's just a matter of how much for how long. And as I mentioned, he's coming off that knockout loss to Dominic Reyes, where he landed shocking 21 strikes to Dominic's 121. He's taking on Mingyang Zhang. This guy's a pretty dangerous fighter. He can find finishes on the feet or on the ground. He has some raw power in his strikes. He's typically looking to mix it up on the feet and then close the distance, work these fights to the ground when he can. He's got good pressure. He has an excellent record with a 100% finish rate split between knockouts and submissions. But even the knockouts were on the ground. I would say about 80% of these finishes are on the ground. He can be sloppy at times, but he is very tough. He will continue moving forward. He's coming off that knockout win over Ozzy Diaz. Listen, I don't think Anthony's going to win. I do think Mingyang is going to win this fight. Anthony's probably the better fighter, though, right? He's very technically sound on the feet. He's got very good jiu-jitsu. I think this is quite literally just an age versus youth thing. I think Anthony Smith's just a little too old. I think he'll be a step behind, and Mingyang is just big as shit. He's fast, he's clean, and he can wrestle. The only thing I don't love about Mingyang is that 100% of his wins are by finish. I want to see this guy win a decision just to make sure that he can fight to a decision at a good level and make it happen and get it done. He's obviously been the decisions, but didn't win them. Mingyang is the pick. I have him as that third leg in the parlay with Ikram and Jacqueline Amorim, but we watched Anthony Smith play spoiler just last year to another young prospect. What do you think, Jacob?
Yeah, I actually think Zhang kind of sucks. I don't think he's that good. And he's got crazy power, but the way he's willing to just exchange in a matchup like this, it should work. I'm picking Zhang. I bet him to win by first round KO. But if he comes into the pocket, and all he really does, he doesn't do anything special. He's not crazy fast. He's just got kind of that death touch. He just throws a big 1, 2, 3. When he comes with that 3, if it lands, it's going to fucking knock Anthony Smith out. And if it doesn't, if they're prepared for that, if they know that combination's coming, because that's pretty much all he does, is he really wants to finish everything with that 3. If they beat him to the punch, he's been chinned before. This guy's 18-6. He's not some young, crazy, undefeated prospect that's not been touched before. He's been knocked out. And Anthony Smith's a big guy, can still hurt people. So, or it gets in a situation where you land a shot, Zhang panics into a takedown, and Anthony is there with a front choke or something. So Anthony pulling this out wouldn't be the craziest thing in the world, but sometimes power is enough. And in this matchup, it probably is just going to land something big on Anthony. We've seen Anthony not really react very favorably to those type of shots. And unlike Dominic Reyes, who seemed to kind of take it easy on Anthony when he was kind of turtled up, this dude Zhang is going to jump on him and try to fucking kill him. So if he hurts him, he's probably going to finish him. I got a first-round bet on Zhang, and I think he wins the fight.
Yeah, I got like 3 different DMs this week about this fight, and they all said, but what if Anthony Smith wrestles? Zhang is actually a grappler. I would categorize him as a grappler who has powerful hands, and obviously we saw the elbow just absolutely smoke Ozzy Diaz's face. But Zhang is a grappler.
Anthony making those entries is going to be pretty. I don't think he's going to want to close the distance very quickly on a guy like Zhang.
I mean, he's big as shit, lightning fast, hits like a freight train.
Anthony's going to stay at distance and calf kick and try to just snipe him if Zhang gets too aggressive. Is probably what's. If I was game playing for Anthony, that's what I would do. Just extend the fight, frustrate the guy. He's shown that he can make mistakes. I mean, he'll just rush in like an idiot, basically. So just sit there and wait on something, have it waiting for him.
Yeah. And I see people in the live chat talking about how obviously Anthony Smith beat Vitor Petrino when Vitor Petrino was undefeated. And then Dustin Jacoby beat Vitor Petrino. Dustin Jacoby beat Vitor Petrino basically how you're describing. Stayed on the outside, chopped him up a little bit. And then when Vitor came running in like an idiot, and then he caught a big one, that's exactly what could happen here.
Same camp, same coaches.
Yeah, that literally could happen here. That's why Mingyang is not in the safety parlay. I do think he wins, and I bet on it. Sometimes you could always talk yourself out of anything, but Anthony Smith is like the random weirdo vet that has a ton of high level experience that will just pull off some shit over a young, pretty untested guy. You do get some insane value if you are one of the few people squarely on the Anthony Smith side. $6,600 in DraftKings Fantasy is an insane deal. An insane deal. I'm not going to get that deal. I'm going to stay probably on the other side here for DraftKings Fantasy. But if you do want to check out every single pick bet tool, the artificial intelligence, what Artem has to say on the regional cards, what Bet Sam's slam of the week is, every single bet, every single pick, every single tool for an entire month. $10. WeWantPicks.com. Click become a member at the top. $5 super chat from Tommy B. Almacan lost his first UFC fight to Umar Nurmagomedov. He looked good. Brad got a chin, though. Gonna be a banger. Oh, is this the dude who... That's the dude who stepped up on short notice and dropped Umar. Remember that? He dropped him in like the first minute, and then it was just a wrestle wet blanket fest after that. That's right. I remember now. Thank you for the super chat.